on tonight's edition of The Overtime. The NPA baseball team has been on a rampage at the plate. We discussed the dangerous bats of the Spartans. The NAU men's tennis team are getting hot at the right time with the conference tournament just a week away. And finally, the NAU women's tennis team is on a roll as well. All that and more next up on The Overtime. Thank you for joining us and welcome to this edition of The Overtime, Northern Arizona's only sports show. I'm your host, Matt Stern. We have a packed show for you tonight with a lot of local sports action. And joining me in the studio is sports reporter Lauren Hunt. Lauren, thanks for being here tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. I'm really excited for the show tonight. Let's get things started.
Yeah, let's kick things off on the diamond. The NPA baseball team has been on a roll as of late, winning 5 of their last 7 games. Lauren, what has been the key to the Spartans' hot streak?
Yeah, Northland Prep's bats have been explosive during the majority of their recent streak. The Spartans have double-digit runs scored in 3 of their last 6 games. They have 42 extra base hits this season and a team batting average of .365. This team is proving to have top-tier power to the gaps with 24 doubles this season. If the Spartans want to keep their win streak up, they need to improve their pitching and really keep their heads in the game. They still have a chance after improving to 4-2 in section play as they look to catch up to section leaders Sedona Red Rocks. The Spartans need to carry this momentum throughout the final games of their season, and I look forward to watching them do so.
Yeah, the Spartan bats have been on fire over the last month, putting up some video game-like numbers at the plate. Bennet Wojcik has been a monster, leading the team with a .545 batting average, 24 RBIs, and 4 home runs. Now, their ability to get on base and hit with runners in scoring position has been crucial to this lineup success with an on-base percentage of .440. Now, their pitching staff has been average throughout the season, but I see some potential in their pitching staff. They have 2 young workhorses that they are going to have to rely on if they expect to win their section. Freshman Jack Berger has been the ace of this staff with a 4-0 record and an ERA of 2.36. As for their chances at winning section, they had a crucial loss against section opponent Round Valley earlier, which put them 2 games back of first place with 3 more section games to go. With the way this team has been playing, I think they can bounce back and make a run at the section title. Now, to the tennis court, the Flagstaff boys tennis team is closing in on their first place in their section, only 2 matches behind the leaders Thunderbird High School with 3 matches to go. What chances do you give the Eagles of winning their section, Lauren?
Well, Matt, Flagstaff still has a big chance of winning their section. Being only 2 wins behind the leaders, the Eagles need to stay on top of their game and continue their winning ways for their final 3 matches. They have 2 upcoming away games, and for some teams that might sound like a challenge, but the Eagles have not lost a single away match so far this season. I look forward to seeing how Flagstaff will perform in these last 3 matches and to see if they can take their section away from Thunderbird.
Now, the Lady Eagles have played well all season long and have a 10-2 overall record and a 5-1 record in section. Their 1 loss in section play came against first place Thunderbird High School, which has really hurt them in the standings. In order for Flagstaff to win their section, they are going to need some help and hope that Thunderbird drops one of these last few matches while Flagstaff needs to win out. Thunderbird is undefeated in section play at 7-0, and I do not see them losing either of their last 2 matches, and I predict that Thunderbird will hold on to win the section. Now, sticking with tennis, the NAU men's tennis team has turned it on in the second half of the season after a slow start, winning 5 in a row. With only 2 matches remaining, what are your predictions for the Lumberjacks in the Big Sky Conference tournament?
Yeah, Matt, like you said, NAU men's tennis winning their last 5 games has been a huge turnaround for them. But since there's only 2 matches remaining, they will have to continue to stay strong to take the Big Sky Conference. After their huge conference 7-0 win against Southern Utah last week, the Lumberjacks definitely have the momentum to take it all. In order to win their last conference match, key players Peleg and Lucas Taylor will need to take apart the young Montana State team. I look forward to seeing if these Lumberjacks will snag the Big Sky Conference.
Now, as the old cliche goes, it's not how you start, but how you finish. And NAU is finishing their season strong and are getting hot at the right time. This team started at 0-6, but they were able to bounce back and win their next 11 of 15 matches, bringing their overall record to 11-10. They have played really well in conference, going 7-3, which is good enough for 4th place right now, and have a chance to move up to 2nd if they can beat Montana State and get some help with conference losses from Montana and Sacramento State. Now in tournaments, it's not always the best team that wins, but it's the hottest team or the team who is playing the best at the moment. And right now the Lumberjacks are the hot team, so don't sleep on these Lumberjacks. And for our last topic of the night, we are going to stick with the tennis theme. The Ladyjacks have been on an absolute tear since the beginning of March, winning 9 of their last 10 matches. They can clinch the Big Sky regular season title with the win at Southern Utah next week. Now, with the regular season coming to a close, what are your predictions for this team in the conference tournament, Lauren?
With these Liddies playing so great throughout their season, I do not see anything changing in their upcoming tournament play. The Lumberjacks have been on a complete roll, like you said, winning 9 of their last 10 matches. Star players Blanka, Szavay, and Denesik have been tearing it up in both singles and doubles, and I expect them to do exactly the same throughout the conference tournament. Being number 1 in the Big Sky Conference will put a lot of pressure on these ladies' backs, but I have no doubt that they can handle Southern Utah next week and stay on top of their conference.
Now, as I said earlier, it's not always the best team that wins, but it's the hottest team. Well, the Ladyjacks have been the hottest team in the Big Sky all year long and are the hottest team at the moment. I think they will roll over Southern Utah to clinch the Big Sky regular season title and then cruise to the conference tournament championship. In my eyes, the Ladyjacks are a virtual lock to win the Big Sky tournament. Now, coming up after the break, MPA Tennis has been playing as well as almost anyone in the state. Our sports reporter Jackson Harris has all the details. Stay tuned.